With so much anger in his eyes, Anansi said, "I thought I had all the wisdom in the world. How is it that I could not think of a plan as wonderful as this, but you could?" Once upon a time, in the days when man did not have the ability to possess wisdom, there lived a man called Father Anansi. Anansi lived in a small village known as Fantiland, and he possessed all the wisdom in the world. People will come to see him from both far and neighboring villages just so that they could seek his advice and help. For a very long time, he continued to give advice to all those who needed it until something unfortunate happened. Some men in the village offended Father Anansi to the point where he was boiling inside as though he would explode. He was so angry that he made up his mind to punish them in the most severe way he could think of. Pacing around his house, he kept thinking of the best punishment to give to them, and then an idea struck him. He would hide away all of his wisdom from the rest of the world. He immediately started gathering all the wisdom he had already given. By the time he was finished, he put them all together in a big special pot, and then he made sure it was totally sealed. The only thing remaining was to hide it away in a place where no man would be able to find it or reach it. "I cannot keep it in my house. They will find it," he thought to himself. He then set out to find the perfect spot to hide his precious pot. Now, Father Anansi had a son named Kwekutsin. Kwekutsin had watched his father's actions but didn't understand what was going on. He became so suspicious of his father because of that and thought that he was definitely into something secret. Now, he decided that he was going to keep an eye on his father. The next day, when he saw his father sneaking out of the house, thinking no one will notice, with his precious pot hung around his neck, Kwekusin immediately followed him quietly without him noticing that his son was at his back. Father Anansi made his way to the forest and finally stopped at the tallest tree he could find. "If only I can hang this pot at the highest branch of this tree, no one will be able to find it or even reach it." With this thought in mind, he quickly started climbing the tree. But the weight of the pot hanging in front of him made it so difficult to reach the top of the tree. The pot kept swinging each time he wanted to climb higher. Kwekutsin kept watching his father, failing in his attempt to climb higher. And at some point, he couldn't bear it any longer and he came out of his hiding place and said, "Father, why not hang the pot on your back so that it will be easier for you to climb?" Father Anansi, on hearing his son's suggestion, realized it was a really great idea. "I thought I had all the wisdom in the world, but I've realized that you possess more than I do. With all the wisdom I had, it couldn't tell me what to do, but you, my son, have been able to tell me." With so much anger, he threw the pot down. Boom! The pot fell on a rock and broke open. The wisdom in it quickly spread throughout the whole world, and that was how man was finally able to get wisdom.